I'm Robert Breitenstein with Recon Defense Systems, and I'm going to take you through our target interface. When you start the program, the first menu that comes up is the main menu. You have a drop-down box where you can choose USB or Bluetooth to connect to your bridge. I have mine connected with a USB cable, so I'm going to choose USB. Then I'm going to go to the setting. First thing you may notice is this green box that says Network Connected. It's telling me that I'm connected to my network bridge, so I'm able to control the targets. It could also be read and say Network Disconnected, because you can come to these pages even if you don't have the bridge plugged in or any targets on, so that you can add, delete, or change profiles even when you're not at the range with the targets. So the settings page will allow you to add targets, do some testing on the targets to make sure they're working, and the ability to reset your master target list, all the targets that are currently in your system. So to manually add a target, you just have to give it the unique target serial number and click Manual Add. Any targets you're trying to add will show up on this list. You can also click Scan if you are connected to your network bridge and there are targets that are turned on within range, and you click Scan, they will show up here in the list within a few moments. If they're already added to your master list and you click Save, they won't get re-added as duplicates. It'll just skip over those because you already have them added. So I'm going to save this target that I entered in, and now it should show up on my master list, which we'll get to in a minute. So you can choose a target number from this list. If there are more, the other target numbers would show up here. You can choose the mode or the parameter you want it to be in. We'll go over those in a moment. You can tell the target to go up, the target to go down, turn on or off the IR LED or the moonlight. If you click Send, it will put target 1 in this mode with these parameters. If you hit Send All, any targets within range of your bridge will be put in this mode and these parameters. You can also clear out the list and then add more if you'd like. Next, we'll go to the custom page. From here, you should see your master list of all targets. The first time you open this page, when you run the program, it will automatically populate with your master list. If you add any without closing out the program, you will have to hit refresh. This is the one that I just added. Also notice that it will show the green bar down here again, showing if you are connected to the bridge still or not. And from custom, we will be able to delete individual targets that we choose, or we will be able to make a profile. A profile is used to set up scenarios in advance before going to the range or changing them on the fly, so it's easier to control a whole range from the map form view. So to set up a profile, we're going to set up profile 1, and we're going to change the modes and parameters we want these targets to be in when we tell it to execute that profile. The modes we have are auto mode, hit mode, timed mode, random mode, and wait. Auto mode will come up after you hit it with a specified number of rounds. It will go down and then come back up again, and it will do this continuously until you tell it to stop. Hit mode will go up. After the specified number of hits, it will go down, and it will come back up again for the specified number of cycles. So for example, I have it set to 2 hits, 2 cycles. So when the profile is executed, the target 1 will go up, After 2 hits, it will go down. It will go back up again for a second cycle, and after 2 more hits, it will go down and stay down. Time mode allows you to choose how many seconds you want the target to be up, and then it will go down. If you check the hit fall box, after the specified number of hits, it will go down even if the time has not ended. In random mode, the target will randomly go up and down, and it will do this forever until you tell it to stop, unless you check the hit fall box. Then, after the specified number of hits, while it's in the up position, it will go down and stay down. You can also choose what group you want the target to be in and what lane you want it to be in. Of course, you don't have to use these, but if you have a static range, for example, the lanes could be set up for what lane the target is in, and group could be set up for the yards. You could also use group for scenarios such as 3 targets are by a road, 2 targets are by a house, and you want group 1 to go up now, and a little bit later you want group 2 to go up. So let's make a profile. When we want to set a specific mode to a specific target, first choose it. Then I'm going to have target 1 go into auto mode for 3 hits till it goes down, then it'll go back up since it is auto mode, and I'm going to put it in lane 2. Make sure the add checkbox is checked, then click set target. That will set target 1 to whatever mode and parameters we have selected. If you want all your targets to do the same thing, you can always click set all. That will set everyone on the master list to that, but only the ones that are checked will be added to the profile if you go ahead and save the profile. Now I'm going to set target 2 to hit mode for, say, 3 hits, 2 cycles. I'm going to have it in lane 1. I'm going to tell it to set the target. I'm going to put target 3 in time mode for 5 seconds, but only take 2 hits to go down, and tell it to set the target. I'm going to tell target 4 to be in random mode, have it on lane 3, and after 3 hits, it will go down and stay down. And set the target. I'm going to leave the last 2 targets in auto mode. And also, you can tell all targets to go up and all targets to go down while in the custom page. And that's just an ability to test the targets to make sure they're functioning properly. Now, you can also set a range picture, and we'll see why that's important in a little bit if you choose to use it. But I've got a picture I want to use, so I'll navigate to that. And it'll show up here. As long as I check this box, it will actually save to the profile. Now, I've got 10 profiles here, and maybe I want to change the name of the profile to the name of the range I'm going to. I'm going to call this range 1. And you can name it anything you like. Then we just simply click Save Profile. And if you want to edit a profile or just see what the profile targets were set to, you can always choose a different profile and load it. Now, we can go back. Now let's go to Quick Start. And this is where the majority of time you'll be operating your range. Now, of course, again, it shows that the network is connected. We can load our profile we made. It'll show up as range 1 and load the profile. And it's got everything there, including our modes, parameters, group, lanes, and the number of hits that are currently on the target, which is of course none at the moment. If you click Execute Profile, all these targets will start doing what they're supposed to do in these modes and parameters. You can also choose that you just want Group 1. You can also choose if you just want Lane 3, Lane 2, or Lane 1 to execute what they're supposed to be doing. If we had different groups, you could also choose only the groups. You can also tell them to have their IR light off or on when they go up or down. By default, it'll be off, same with the moonlight. You can have all targets go down or all targets go up at any time, and you can save the scores to an Excel document. You can also change some calibration, and you can also clear hits as they accumulate or after each session. You also have the ability to do an after action report at any time, which when you come here, you can title or write whatever you want. It'll give you the current date and time. Save it. Anytime you click the drop down, all your after action reports will be there. You can choose one and delete it, or load it and alter it. And you can also view your targets in map view. These are the targets we've had added. You can move them around to where they actually are in the range. And you can control the targets from this view too. If you right click or long press on a tablet, you can choose for the target to go up, the target to go down. You can execute the profile, which will be that target's profile, or you can tell it to go up as a group, so any of them in that group number. Let's say if both these two targets, 5 and 6, were both in group 3, you could tell the group to go up, the group to go down, or the group to execute what they're supposed to do in their profiles. And when you move these targets to various spots, it will save to that profile every time you move it, so that next time you open it up, it will be there. Also, when someone hits a target, it will blink red, and you can see the number of hits here. We can go back to table view, and you can clear out the hits. And of course, at any time, you can load any of your preset profiles. Also, if you chose to save names to the profile, they'll show up here, and they'll also be there when you save your scores to the Excel file. Let's go back to custom, because I forgot to mention this before. This is where you can type in the name of whoever is going to be shooting on the target. And if you save that to the profile, when you load it in Quick Start, it will show up here. Also, I would like to show you our help page. When you come here, it will load up the user manual for you to see or print out at any time that you need to reference anything. And that's a quick walkthrough of the basic operation of the target interface. Thank you very much for watching.